Howdy, welcome. It's Martha with Martha's Creative Life. I am so glad that you're here, whether you are new to the channel or you're returning to the channel. Hi! Oh, we're on episode number 4. Okay, it's been, I think I have the giggles. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the video. So what has been going on in your life? What's been going on in mine? Daughter went back to Florida. We had a wonderful time while she was here. I've already talked about that in episode number 4. But the last night of the week, she did ask for to make some Panera Bread broccoli mac and cheese. So have you tried that at Panera Bread? I've tried it once and I really liked it. And she says, can we please make it? And I'm like, okay, let's try it. So I said, go find a recipe. So she did. So we found a good one. She said it wasn't exactly the same, but you know, it never is exactly the same, but it was good. So we wound up eating it the next 2 nights and finished it all up. So I'll show you a video of that the night that she was here. We made just some baked chicken and then the Panera Bread mac and cheese. So it was really good. So here's the video of that now. So the new question of the week is, what is the 2 favorite notions that you reach for every time you're in your sewing room? I'll show you mine. One is my jack. And the other one is these pair of snips. And I believe that both of these came from the Fat Quarter Shop from a Sew Sampler box, maybe in 2022. So I don't know which box it came from, but they're my favorite because they get the little threads. And then this is just jack, and I can actually hold it in my hand really well. And that's the reason why I like this one the best. So those are my 2 favorite notions. So what are your 2 favorite notions that you have that you just reach for consistently throughout your when you're sewing? So let's review last week's question. Last week's question was, why is it that you love your sewing space? What is it that makes it so special? I truly loved reading all of your comments. We are so thankful as creators that we get to have our own sewing space, that we can come in here and just de-stress, or just come into our sewing space and be creative. So I really love that all of you, I just find that y'all are all appreciative of your sewing space. And I'm so appreciative of my sewing space too. So whether you have a big sewing space or a little one, you're making use of what you have and appreciating and loving. And I think that's just part of being creative and with the craft of quilting and sewing and just being creative. So that was really neat for y'all to hear, to read your stories and to read your comments. I haven't had a chance to respond to everybody yet, but I will. So that's the question that I have for you this week. Upcoming goals and projects. One, housekeeping. These podcasts, the first 4 are coming out on a Monday night. I am going to change it to one more night and make it on Tuesday nights. I filmed the podcast on Wednesday night, and then I try to edit it Monday sometime during the day while I'm at work. Well, while I'm at lunch at work. And usually I don't have enough time to fully edit the video. And then I'm rushing to get home from work on Monday and then try to have it out by 7. So this podcast will air on Monday, just like I had planned it to. But then episode 5 and continuing on, I'm going to have those air on Tuesday nights. That will give me a chance to edit the video and make sure that I have everything exactly how I want it to be. Because I tend to be a perfectionist when it comes to putting together the podcast. I want them to be enjoyable for you and to give you some good content as well. because at the end of the day, I appreciate all of you for being on my channel and being a supporter of Martha's Creative Life. So just thank you for that. What I have to show and tell for you is I did get one thing done. Last week on episode 3, I did not have the accent, or one of the accent pieces for the gnomes. I didn't have it completely sewn after I had put it on the Quilt Smart grid. So now I've got it all done for you. So I'm going to go ahead and step back a minute and show you. So it's not completely perfect. I've got some lines that did not line up correctly, but I showed my husband and he absolutely loved it. Anything with red, white, and blue patriotic, we just absolutely love it. So that turned out really good. I did get the August gnomes in the mail, and this is what they're going to look like. So that's the boy, that's the girl, and then those are the 2 accent pieces. So I'm super excited to put those together. And these are definitely definitely summer themed. And of course I'm doing the batiks, and then Andrea from Arkansas Gals, if you haven't checked her out, she's doing the cottons. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just what the colors look like. So this is the boy. This one is the girl. Love the colors, it's so pretty. And this is accent number 1. This one is accent number 2. And then I get the wall hanging. So this is the wall hanging kit. So those are going to be fun to put together as well. So next I want to do is show you 2 more things. I made a video about Fat Quarter Shop and the scrap bags that you can get, and y'all all have loved it. I absolutely love it. But guess what? I missed a fabric. After I had done the video, had already put it up on YouTube, I looked down at the floor and I'm like, what is that piece of fabric down on the floor? I missed a piece. So this is the other one. And it's navy, like a lot of the other ones that I had. So this one is by Sarah Watts, and it's Watts a lot. I guess that's maybe where you can go find it on Instagram, but I thought it was really pretty. So I wanted to go ahead and share it as an oops after the fact. So it matches a lot of the other navies that were in that. So what's so neat is, you know, those mystery scrap bags. They really are mystery scrap bags. You never know what you're going to get. Some of you commented that you've gotten those bags before and they weren't very good, and then others have absolutely loved what you got in there. So it really is a luck of the draw. You know, and you just hope that when you get it that you actually like your fabric. But maybe if you have a quilting buddy, you can share some with a quilting buddy. The next thing that I wanted to share with you, and then we'll wrap it up, is when I had ordered the scrap bag, I had bought a no-stick applique sheet, and its size is about 14.5 by almost 19, give or take a little bit. And I bought it specifically for my gnomes because when I'm ironing or pressing the fabric onto the Quilt Smart grid, I don't want the glue from the Quilt Smart grid to get on my iron. So I thought there's got to be something out there. So I went and searched and I found this, and I thought it was really, really neat. So I was going to go ahead and show this to you. So it's really nice. It works well. The only thing is I'm keeping it rolled up because of it being Teflon. It tends to make little nicks in it if you leave it out. I don't know if you can even see it. There's one right there. So kind of like little wrinkles in it. So I figured if I leave it rolled up and put it back in its little container, that'll keep it, you know, safe for a while. The next thing I want to tell you is You always need to be very careful with your rotary blade. If you ever buy this, please make sure you're careful with it when you're pulling it out. Otherwise, you're going to have a boo-boo on your thumb like I did. I pulled it out and was unrolling it, and son of a gun, it grabbed my thumb and it hurt really bad and actually caused it to bleed. So that's like a week old now, so no blood, all good. But it hurt. So just make sure when you're taking this out, because these, you know, the ends here are kind of sharp. So maybe it might be something that you want to keep away from the kids. And then just make sure that you are careful with it as well. So this wraps up episode number 4. Someone is looking out for clue number 2 from Carnival. She's been looking and looking and it hasn't come in the mail yet. I know it'll come this week coming up, but she's a little sad today because she's just been looking for the clue. I guess she's on a mystery hunt. So until next time, thank you so much for being here. If you are a part of my YouTube community on here on Martha's Creative Life, I really appreciate you so much. I'm glad that you're here. And until next time, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye. Blah, 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 blah. Let's start all over again.